Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be my last in my Python introduction tutorial. And today we're going to be looking at class inheritance. So we know what a class is. A class is basically like a template for objects. A class might be something like a dog or a person. Objects might be, well, a particular type of dog or a particular person. Basically, in Python, another programming language, what you can do is you can have classes inherit properties from each other. So for example, if we had a class called plane, we would create a new class called, let's say, private plane. Then the private plane, you could get the private plane to inherit the same attributes as the regular plane. So I'll give you an example. So first, let's type in class plane. We're going to create a class plane. Now we're going to initialize it, define init self. Then we can say, okay, well, what sort of properties do we have a plane, or what sort of attributes does a plane have? Well, we can do two things. We can do self. We can have the number of seats. You can set that to, I don't know, 200 if it's a big plane, big passenger plane. And now what we could do is we could do this length of fuselage. So we can do self.fuselage. Maybe have that equal to 300, 300 meters. Maybe that's a little bit too long, maybe too short, I'm not exactly sure. We can also define a method. So we can define fly self. And we can just print fly, the plane is flying, ... Now we can call an instance of the class by saying, I'm running out, say, my plane equals plane. And basically, again, we're setting this particular object is going to be part of this plane class. Now if we type in my plane dot fly, and we have the fly method here, so it should give us the plane is flying. The plane is flying. Now here's the powerful thing. We can add a new class. Let's call it class private plane. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do this in parentheses. Now we're going to put in the plane class here. And it's basically telling us that the class of the private plane is a subset of the plane class. So we're going to do something similar as to what we did before. We're going to define init self. Now here's the trick. We're going to have to use a super init, basically. It's basically just, I think it refers back to something. I'm not 100% sure. But again, all you need to know is you need to include the super in it. And to do that, we're going to type in super, parentheses, dot, underscore, underscore, init, self. Then we could say, okay, well, we have a certain number of seats on a private plane. Our seat number is going to be different. So we can do self.seat equals 15. And we can just say this fuselage is going to be the same. So, we're going to use the fuselage attribute, but have it be different. So we're going to type in self.fuselage equals, now let's say 180. Now again, when we go back to ask or call the same method, now we're going to, hang on, sorry, one sec. We don't have a method for private plane yet, so we're going to define fly self, because again, we want to have the fly method. We want to keep it consistent with the class plane. And we can just type in print, close parentheses, the private plane is flying. Now if we can see here, well, we can print this out again. So let's print it out again. And yeah, I forgot our colon. Plane is still flying because we didn't call anything yet. So if we called it, we could try to change it to, let's say, my private plane equals private plane. I'm going to give it the my private plane's fly. Let's say my private plane. Click run. So for the reason this private plane method was not called correctly. It looked fine. I think it'll show up in the video if it looked kind of off, but Again, so we'll just click run, and the private plane is flying. So basically what we did, we gave these attributes to private plane. We actually didn't really use them at all. Same for the plane. We did, however, define a new method inside the class of private plane. We printed out, we asked it to print out the private plane is flying. We set an object equal to class private plane, and we called the private plane method by calling our object and the fly method that came under the private plane. Again, if we sort of got rid of this and clicked run, it'll just give us the plane is flying because there's no method here. We're calling the new method, so we're calling the older method when we say fly, which is in the class plane. So for example, because there's nothing here, it defaulted back to the plane class and just printed a plane is flying. Oh yeah, so that's about it for this video. I hope you guys leave a like. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.